Welcome to Common Sense, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I think we're live. It looks like we can have some people on here. I'm seeing hearts and thumbs up already. Thank you guys for joining me. I am Lauren Culp, and this is Common Sense with Chief Culp. That video that you just saw was from our sponsor of this show, MinutemenCoffee.com. Remember, you guys, when you order 2 pounds or more from MinutemenCoffee.com, enter the promo code CULP, C-U-L-P, all capital letters, and Don will give you 15% off your entire order at MinutemenCoffee.com. I'm proud to have them as a sponsor of this show. It's a veteran-owned business right here in Washington State that supports our first responders. We have to stick together and support businesses that are pro-American, pro-freedom, and Minutemen Coffee is all of those and more. So get over to MinutemenCoffee.com and be sure to enter CULP, capital letters, get your 15% savings. So with that being said, how's everybody doing? Me too, doing great. And speaking of pro-American and pro-freedom, did you guys see that video that I posted on my Facebook account? A Ted Nugent endorsement. Have you seen it? Well, in case you haven't, let me see if I can do this. Oh, by the way, sorry for starting a little bit late. I usually start right on the dot at 7 o'clock, but my technical engineer forgot that the cord was unplugged to the camera. Yeah, couldn't figure it out. It's always the simple stuff, right? But we got that squared away. So I was a few minutes late, but I apologize for that. Let me see if I can get this video up here. In case you haven't seen it, if you have, that's great. You can share it.
Ah, yes, the Great Northwest. I remember the Great Northwest. This is Ted Nugent celebrating life, liberty, and the pursuit of individual happiness. And I know Washington, and I know the real Washington. If you want it to be the real Washington again, God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, that man in the arena work ethic, rock solid in the asset column, law and order, quality of life, the American dream. Vote for the 4th Congress, Lauren Culp. I'm telling you, Lauren Culp is a warrior for God, family, country, freedom, and Constitution. Lauren Culp in Washington State for the 4th District Congress. Save Washington. It is the Great Northwest.
How about that? That's pretty awesome. You know, Ted has hunted Washington State. He's hunted all over the Great Northwest, but he's specifically hunted in Washington State before. And as many of you know, he's a very, very outspoken Second Amendment, hunting, Constitution. I mean, he supports it all, supports everything American, everything patriotic. And nobody can win a debate with Ted Nugent when it comes to America and our freedoms, right? No one's been fighting on the side of individual freedom and liberty longer than the Motor City Madman himself. So I'm happy and proud to have the endorsement of this great American. And by the way, his show, it's on the Outdoor Channel. It's called Spirit of the Wild. It has been the #1 fan-rated show for, I think, decades now. So when you get a chance, head over to Ted Nugent's Facebook page and thank him for thinking of us here in Washington State. You know, I'm on Twitter as well. I don't know if very many people personally that are on Twitter, but I had one numbskull on Twitter, and you know, there's a lot of them there, by the way. He asked me how much I paid for Ted Nugent's endorsement. Now, most of you know, I don't hunt endorsements, and I darn sure don't pay for them. Ted sent me that video in a text message, free of charge, no strings attached, because he knows we need to get rid of the Democrats supporting Congress critter Newhouse. Remember that guy, the spineless guy who voted along with the communists on impeachment? And the same guy who voted with Democrats throughout his career, 40 to 50% of the time? Yeah, that guy. Where is that guy? Where is Newhouse now that we have a president in office that leaves Americans behind in enemy territory? Where's Newhouse when Biden left billions of dollars worth of equipment and weapons behind? Newhouse said that he voted his conscience when he joined Nancy Pelosi and the other communists in the squad. Where's his conscience now? Now that Biden's incompetence has led to the death of Americans. Newhouse should be standing on Nancy Pelosi's desk demanding a real impeachment. But you know what? He's probably on the phone 24/7 with his lobbyist friends trying to raise money, because he knows that all of us working hard, playing hard Americans are sick of his crap, and we're sending him home. We don't want him in Washington, D.C. representing us anymore. So thank you to Ted Nugent for taking the time out of your hunting to make that video and help us real Americans take out the fakers. And I said fakers. So speaking of hunting season, are any of you guys going hunting? I know it's bow season right now. I generally go bow season for deer and elk. Elk season opens up here in another week or so, but it's open for deer right now if you use bow and arrow. I've been a hunter all my life. I like to know where my food comes from. And this year, hopefully I'll be filling the freezer with elk meat using my muzzleloader, going hunting with family. Taking a few days to go do that. That's always important. And this Saturday, you guys, I will be in the Quincy Parade in Quincy, Washington. The parade starts at 10 o'clock. After the parade, I will be in the Culp for Congress booth until about 2 o'clock. So this Saturday, 10 to 2, come out to Quincy and let your freedom ring. Something I want to alert you guys to. Not a lot of people are talking about this, but it's something very important. Let me get this pulled up over here. I think I have it. It is something that is very important. All of our rights are very important, right? All of our constitutional rights, all of our God-given, constitutionally protected rights, they are very important. And this is something that not a lot of people are talking about. So the Biden administration is going to be trampling on our rights again. Surprise. And in this one, it's specifically on the Fourth Amendment. Trampling on our rights is something that is happening a lot, right? It's been happening forever, and especially now. So this is trampling on our right to privacy, violation of the Fourth Amendment. The IRS is going to require your bank to send your banking information, withdrawals, cash on hand, transfers between your accounts, to the IRS. Your accounts are going to be searched by the IRS without a warrant, without probable cause, and that is a gross violation of our Fourth Amendment right. And let me share this screen. This, hopefully you guys can see this right up here. This is a PDF on the treasury.gov website. This is the proposal that the IRS is wanting to do, and we need to contact our representatives, even if they're worthless. Let them know that we do not like this. So if you have $600 or more in your account, your bank is going to be required, if this proposed rule goes through, your bank will have to send all of your information to the IRS, whether you're having an audit or not. This has nothing to do with an audit. And get this first line right here. This proposal would create a comprehensive financial account information reporting regime. So if you have over $600 in your account, your bank's going to have to send the IRS your banking information. So there you have it. Make sure that you contact your congressman, your senator, and let them know that the IRS needs to get a warrant if it wants to get a hold of your papers. We should be secure in our places, papers, and effects, right? Here's the title of that document that I just showed you. General explanations of the administration's fiscal year 2022 revenue proposals, Department of the Treasury, May of 2021. Why is nobody talking about this? Why isn't Newhouse telling everybody? Why aren't the other representatives telling everybody about this? This is a gross violation of our Fourth Amendment rights. So check that out when you get a chance. I'll put it back up here if you want to write that down. That's on the treasury.gov website. Fiscal year 2022. It's PDF. Whoops. Where'd I go? There I am. All right. Magic show. So there you go, you guys. I will always stand up for our rights. I will always point out things that are wrong. I firmly believe in individual freedom and liberty. I know you do too. You guys do all that you can to get people elected. There's an election coming up. Elected into school boards, county commissioners, mayors, city council. Be an informed voter. Check people out. Go to their meet and greets. Find out what they stand for. Talk to other people. Become a precinct committee officer for the Republican Party. Contact your county chair for the Republican Party. We need PCOs. We need people that understand that individual freedom and liberty did not come to us freely. It's a gift from God, but those rights were not protected freely. Our country was founded by the sweat and the blood of patriots. And we need to stand up for those right now, or they're going to be gone. So, with that, let's see. I'm looking at the comments now. Oh my gosh, there are a ton of them. Matt Moore. Yes, Matt, great comment. Hey, I know this person. How you doing, Barb? Thanks for watching my show. Great to have you tonight. I need to get her back on camera, don't I? Cindy. Bow elk starts the 11th. That's awesome. I knew it was the middle of the month sometime. I usually bow hunt, but this year I'm going with my brothers and a couple of friends and nephews. Quite a few people going to elk camp. Muzzleloader season this year. Haven't been muzzleloader season in a long time. Steven, how are you doing, brother? It's good to see you on here. Thanks for joining me. And we need to hook up here pretty soon and have a cup of coffee, maybe have lunch, something like that. I'm not over on the west side quite as much as I used to be, but if you ever make it over to the middle of the state, give me a holler. You're awesome. Let's see. We got any? Well, I love all the support. You guys are awesome. And I want to let you know, I have never said this publicly before. So are you guys ready? Oh, before I get to that, you see this right here? This I got when I was on the Ride to Remember. And I wear this often. This is in honor of Jonathan Shoup of the Bothell Police Department. His end of watch was July 13th, 2020, when I was campaigning for governor. This was given to me by their department, and it's very special to me. We have to honor all of our fallen heroes, military and police, first responders, and it's my way of remembering. And thank you to all the dispatchers out there, too, that are always forgotten. Okay, where was I? Oh, I have never said this publicly. I'm surprised I remember that. I've never said this publicly, but I want you guys to know that I've made it a habit all summer long. You know, I've only been running for Congress for few months now. But whenever someone donates, and there may be somebody on here who can vouch for that, but I've never lied to you before. Whenever somebody donates to my campaign, whether it's $5 or $500, I pick up the phone and call and thank them, because I know how hard it is, especially for a lot of people, to even get $5 to donate. So I call people, and I'll tell you what, if I'm ever having a bad day, I pick up the phone and I start calling people who've donated my campaign, and I'll tell you what, it lifts my spirits. You guys are absolutely awesome. A lot of people have told me that they've never before, and I'm telling my competitors my secret, but I know they don't have a whole lot of donors to call. But a lot of people have told me that never before, a lot of these people are older and have been involved in campaigns for decades. They have never had a candidate call them personally and thank them for the donation. And I can't hardly believe that. It's like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you pick up the phone and call? So that's what I try to do. And I want to let you guys know that there are a lot of you that haven't got that phone call yet. But it's because I am swamped. I'm way behind. I think I'm still working on donations that came in the second week of last month. So I just want you to know I'm working on that, and I make those calls. Sometimes I sit for hours. So I really appreciate, people are very respectful of the time, and I appreciate that. They know that I've got a lot of calls to make. So anyway, we're going to keep that up. I appreciate every donation. See if we got any questions here. How can a financial institution that we entrust with our information hand it off to a third party? Well, the IRS is making the rules. And unless we stand up and push back and get Congress to stop it, they're going to do what they do. You know, that's the problem with having, having all these alphabet soup agencies that are unconstitutional, like ATF, like the IRS, like the Department of Education. They make rules. They don't make law. They make rules that are treated like law. And they take away our rights. And Congress is supposed to have oversight on these, even though they're unconstitutional, shouldn't be there. So let your representatives know that's how they can do this. They get administrators in these agencies and they make up their own rules. That's like ATF making up their own rules on what's a firearm and what's allowed and what's not allowed. When it comes to firearms, the Second Amendment is a carry permit. Okay. Janelle, what is the link? Okay, I'm going to share this page. I don't know if I can blow that up or not. But there it is right there. If you go to the treasury.gov website, and I would imagine to be able to search for general explanations of the administration's fiscal year 2022 revenue proposals. And it was down on like page, there's 114 pages here. I think it was down around 90, somewhere buried in the bottom of this. There's also a website. Somebody took my phone. There's also a website. Hold on one second. If you go to icba.org, icba.org. They have a link on here and an article. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. icba.org. And they have some articles on here, news and events. And if you go to press releases, I think they've even got a link on here. But check that out. They will have some information on there. So if you can't find it on the IRS website. All right. This is insanity. Guess I won't use a bank anymore. Josie. Yeah, it's pretty bad when the federal government can search your information, your private records, without the authority of law, with violating the Fourth Amendment. So we need people in Congress that are going to stand up and fight this kind of crap. And don't forget, you guys, I'm a huge advocate of the 10th Amendment. Right? What is the powers that are given to Congress are enumerated and defined in the Constitution, right? And the 10th Amendment says that if the federal government wasn't given the power in the Constitution, then it remained that all the other powers remain with the people or the states. So the federal government shouldn't be doing all the things that it does. It shouldn't be touching everything in our life. It shouldn't be regulating whether we drink whole milk or not. And it certainly shouldn't be searching our records just because we have more than $600 in our account. Let's see. Lots of support. You guys are awesome. Danny, I will keep up the fight. And thank you all for the support. It's absolutely amazing. Tana, that witch Nancy Pelosi won't even say the soldiers' names. No respect. Our service people deserve more. I'm so ashamed of our country. I'm not ashamed of our country, and I know you probably didn't mean it that way. I'm ashamed of who's leading it, who's supposedly in those positions that are supposed to be leading, right? It's just unbelievable. They're more worried about woke culture than they are anything else. You know, our military has turned into a social experiment. General Milley should be fired. Our military is to protect our country. Our military is to attack our enemies, wipe them out, and then come home after Congress declares war, because that is another constitutional responsibility of Congress to declare war. Anti-Petrish. Chief Culp, have you endorsed Joe Kent, who is running for Congress in Washington State's 3rd Congressional District? Well, I appreciate you asking that question, and you have not checked my website or Joe Kent's website lately, have you? Shame on you. Yes, I endorsed Joe Kent for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District. We are 2 Army veterans. I like his message. It's America first, same as I am. And I want everybody to know that I endorsed Joe Kent before President Trump endorsed Joe Kent. So I'm a trendsetter, all right? All right, you guys, we have been on here for about a half an hour. All right, you guys, you take care. Don't forget, this Saturday, hope to see you guys at the parade in Quincy. 10 to 2, I'll be in the area, and we'll have a booth. So head over to Quincy, great parade, and support our farmers out there. You guys take care. God bless, And I will see you, if not sooner, next Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Take care, you guys. Never give up. Never give in. Always fight.